Hello everyone, wanted to go over sharpening today, just a little bit. I've got all my stuff laid out here. This is what the General's charcoal pencils look like when you get them. It's a nice point, but it's very short, so you're going to dull that really quickly. I like to expose more of the lead, or chalk in this case, and then sharpen it with the sanding screen. So this is what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, to start with, got my breakaway blade. You could also use a straight blade as well. But what I want to do is just kind of pare back this soft wood carefully, and I'll hold it with my left hand because I'm left-handed. If you're right-handed, you'll do this opposite. And I'm going to use my right thumb just to kind of guide, apply pressure, and then I'm guiding it with my left hand. And I'm just going to take off just little slivers all the way around. And the lead is really soft, that chalk, so I want to be really careful and not nick that any more than I absolutely have to. And just slowly start peeling it back, probably about an inch or so. Sometimes, if I'm in a hurry, I will end up breaking the lead and you have to start all over again, but it happens. Sometimes the leads are just broken when you get them. So take your time, little slivers, gentle pressure, just kind of chip away at it. It's a good time to turn on some music that you like to listen to and just get everything ready before you set up to draw. Almost there here. This little bit of blade is getting dull. I'm going to have to change it soon. Alright, I think that right there is pretty good. Sometimes there'll be little bits of wood still hanging on, so you just kind of clean it off. Then I'll take my little sanding box and just gently, kind of little circles, rub on there. I did some charcoal earlier, so it's a little dark on there, but that's alright. Just until I get a nice long taper to it. The longer the taper, the more use you can get out of it. It'll take longer to get dull, and you can use the side when you want to do big, can't really see on here, but big strokes, or you can do little strokes and do expressive lines that are almost calligraphic, so they flow from thick to thin. But I could spend a little more time on that. The more time you spend ahead of time getting these ready, the less you have to stop while you're drawing to get going. And then just kind of wipe off any dust that's on there. And that one is ready to go. In the case of the charcoal pencils, this kit came with a soft and a medium. They are just flat there, but it's the same process. And just start chipping away. Alright, so I'll call that one good. Since it's blunt across here, I can also take and gently start to go ahead and point this. With the breakaway blade, or your straight blade, whichever you're using. Just kind of start it there. And then once I get it close, come back over here and start rolling and circling on that screen. I still need a little more. wipe it off, and then you've got a nice... All right, so same thing with these. These you don't necessarily have to sharpen. The compressed charcoals, sometimes you can, and it's pretty much the same thing, only you don't have to peel away the wood. You know, I'll use this to get the point going, like I already did on this one. I was playing with it earlier. Just slowly take your time. Just kind of whittling. And then refining the point on here. Little circles while it rolls around. And you can see, the neat thing about this screen is that all that dust collects down below. So that's pretty handy. So and this just takes a little more work to get a nice fine point. The other option is the sanding sponge. This one I've cut down to fit in my sketch box. But the same kind of motion, rolling and circling. Don't press too hard. Blow it off, and you get really dirty. But the same thing here. So that one needs a lot more work. Pencils don't take quite as long to get to a nice point, but then you just have to whittle them down more often. So there you have it. That's the way I sharpen. There are all kinds of ways to do it. You could use a straight blade instead. I've not found either a twist or an electric pencil sharpener that will work on pastel or charcoal pencils for a very long time. Once they dull, it just seems to break the lead. So I have more luck doing it this way than any other way I've tried. So I hope that helps you. Give it a shot. Screen, sponge, whatever you got. And next video, we'll talk about getting your place all set up and ready to go to draw. Talk to you soon.